So no matter what your project may be, it may be on plastic, stainless steel, glass, wood, boat material, car material, whatever material you are working with, you have to make sure that your surface is prepped properly and that your coats are applied properly. If you do those two things, I promise a beautiful outcome. So today I'm going to be showing you all my little concoctions. I will be explaining the mixtures in a second. But I'm going to be showing you all the difference between prep side and unprep side. See what good happens, see what bad happens. And at the end of the video, I'll be showing you all some more instructions and more tips on how to get that beautiful outcome you're looking for. So on this knife block, I'm going to be using our Flippin' Awesome Grunge Gray. Now our Flippin' Awesome is our 3-in-1 paint, which means it's a paint, primer, and top coat all in one. And we also have 13 different colors and they work amazingly. I love them. You can apply about 2 coats and be completely covered. This is how I will be applying. I squirted just a little tiny bit. Sorry if the camera's shaky. A little tiny bit. Little will go a long ways. I'm using a pretty big brush for this. I should have picked a smaller one. But as you can see, you know, I'm lightly applying it. And there we go. So that is our first coat on the prep side. Let's do the unprep side. Alright, again with the unprep side, I'm just going to squirt a tiny bit down the bottom. And here we go. Try to do long light strokes. That will be a better application for you. It's not prepped. We will see how this turns out. Okay, we'll be back for a few hours on that one. So next will be our stainless steel, and the little concoction that I have here is just a tiny bit of Bright Tone, your all's favorite new item, the color shifting liquid mica, and our number 4 in the concentrated pigments that we have. So let's go ahead and get started applying this. Alright, so let me get just some on my brush. Let's get started. Wow. Some of y'all already know this, but stainless steel is my least favorite to work with. I can never get it right. So this may turn badly either way. Alright, I will apply this and show you all in just 1 second. Alright, I have applied, and I think it is obvious of which side is prepped and which side isn't. But let's stay tuned, come back in a few hours and see how this one goes. For the next one is glass, and all this little concoction is some Bright Tone and our number 2, sorry there's pink all over it, our number 2 concentrated pigment. This brush being terrible, you will be able to tell a huge difference from the prep side and the unprep side. A little bit too much, so I'm not going to dip my brush again. Alright, the first coat is applied. We'll be back in a few hours for this one too. Alright, next will be our plastic cup, and just for this little mixture I have Bright Tone number 1 and number 5 of our concentrated pigments. So let's get started. I think for any of these 4 surfaces that I am showing you all an example on, I think this one will show us the difference between prepped and not prepped the most. And as you can see, I'm trying to do long, light strokes. And even if you don't want to use a brush, you could use your fingers if you wanted to, spray or wipe. So let me get this applied and I'll be right back. First coat on. Alright, so it has actually been quite a few hours from yesterday. It's a different day today. And you can tell a huge difference from the prepped and unprepped side. I was going to add another coat before I started recording again, but I think you all will definitely tell the difference. So I'll show you guys and then we'll get to the tips and more instructions in a bit. So as you can see, this is the unprepped side. You can tell a difference immediately. Look at that. And I don't know if you all can quite see, but there's like streaks and lines. And I see a lot of you all having problems and saying what happened. And this is what happened. You didn't prep properly. So make sure you prep properly. You can see I do have a few drips here. But if you prep properly, you won't have all those nasty lines showing. And it even shows, you can tell I didn't sand this one very much, but I think you all can tell where I've sanded. I sanded right here, and look at that. I didn't even sand on the bottom, and you can tell. So definitely prep is the most important step. Here's the unprepped side, and you can see the grain rays, and over here it's smooth as can be. So as you can see, prep is the most important step. Oh my word. See? Prep, unprepped. So I'm telling you all, if you use 200 440 grits before you do any of your projects, you will have a beautiful outcome. Now let's get to some more tips.